Hello kids, how are you today? Today we are going to learn about building and materials, and we are going to compare human-made versus natural objects. But before we start, let's remember our rules. Eyes looking, ears listening, and mind awake. And don't forget kids, we have to think scientifically like scientists. First, ask yourself a question, then predict the answer. Later, search and test your answer. Then, check if your answer is correct. What can you see here? I can see my town, and there are many buildings as well towers in my town. Nowadays, some people live in these buildings or towers. Also, you can see many people live in those kind of buildings. We call it, in the present time, villas. In the past, many people lived in buildings, such as forts, cottages, or as we call it in the UAE, al-Arish. But how did they make this building? What are the materials used to make these buildings? Buildings in the past were made from natural materials. Those materials were found in the nature. It was not made by human, such as trees or palm trees, rocks, and clay. Some of the people lived in forts, which was basically made from clay or sand or sometimes rocks. And some of the people lived in cottages or al-arish, and those were made from trees. Here we can see how people make their buildings in the past in the UAE. They make al-arish. They use the palm tree parts to make al-arish, such as the trunks, the leaves, and the roots. People nowadays live in buildings, villas, and towers. They are made from human-made objects. These objects are made by humans and not found easily in the nature. Architects, builders, and engineers, and many other people contribute in building nowadays building. Actually, it takes from 6 months to many years to build one building. Nowadays, buildings are made from human-made objects such as cement, metals, gypsums, and shaped glasses. But why people change the materials that they used in the past to make their buildings? Which buildings do you prefer to live in? Building number 1 or building number 2? The answer is people used these materials to build buildings which are stronger than the past. Buildings that protect them from storms, rains, hot weather, and also to make them safe at their home. Now kids, it's your turn. Solve the activity that you have in LMS. You have to look at the building and choose if it's made from natural materials or human-made materials, if it's from the past or the present. The first building is human-made materials and it is in the present.